I thought today was a good work day. I thought we had a spirited practice. Saw some emotional moments where we got to continue to grow with some young players. But I like the fire. I like the intensity. Make sure that we, as your emotions rise, make sure you're maintaining control of reaction and response, but competitive with both sides of the ball. I thought guys were getting after it. Still some things. As we're working, big picture approach, and specifically for this week, that we got to get better at. When it comes to technique and fundamentals. Challenging guys in our communication, challenging our guys in the finer details of alignment, stance. First step, make sure all things are as efficient and as effective as we can be. But I think last 2 days have been good work days, and obviously we're excited for this week and the opportunity, the last home game that we get to play, and it is. It means a lot, and to see guys. There are guys that are pushing through a variety of things. You get to week 11 of the season, bodies are sore, minds get tired, but you get to make the choice of what you want it to be. And so our guys are working hard. I'm excited to see the continued progression throughout this week and everything building to Saturday night.
How do you balance the guys for the players that are going to be walking for senior day? Balance, they're going to have family there, and there's just a lot going on. So our last home game with also focusing.
There's plenty of things out there. I want them to take that part of it in. I want them to understand that this, their career here at Florida State, when they're playing in their last game, enjoy the opportunity. And you've got a lot of people that have invested in you with your family members and all the support. The things that you've done throughout this journey. It is great for them to be celebrated because they deserve to be celebrated. And that all the things building up to before the game just prepares you to go out there and to play your best game. And so. There are some potential distractions that are there, but just like last week was an emotional game, this week's going to be an emotional game for those guys. And what you do with those emotions, kind of talking about practice, it's like you can have it all, and we want it. We want emotion, we want intensity, we want purpose of everything that these guys do. But you got to be able to maintain poise, discipline, details, execution. That's got to show up. And but these guys have had a great journey, and they've done some remarkable things in the stadium. And if this is their last game, I want it to go. I want it to go better than it's ever gone. And that's the challenge we have this week.
Coach, a situational Wednesday. You guys kicked 2 field goals in the red zone against Miami on Saturday. What's going to be the key to turning those into touchdowns later on in the year?
Yeah, obviously we got to do a better job when we're in the red zone. Converting touchdowns. That's something that's big. We had opportunities. I thought we had a few shots in those situations. Whether it's a block here, an opportunity to finish a play or a location of all things. And so it's everybody's got a role and part in that. I'm continuing to make sure that I'm in the offensive staff myself, but we're all putting guys in the best position to go out there and regardless of what we face or see, that we can execute and be able to maximize each of those drives. But I was proud of our guys, being able to ensure points, and that goes back to make sure we're owning the ball when we're down there. Ryan's done a great job, and every point matters. But there's sometimes we're going to be aggressive, like the week prior, and we went for it in the 4th down situation, but unfortunately didn't get it. And we've got to go out there and we got to make sure that when we're in that area of the field that we're playing our best. And we got good work of that again today. And I think our guys are they understand it. Now it's time to go do it.
Coach, how do you handle guys that haven't exhausted their eligibility on senior day, or do you just keep senior day just for?
No, there's some guys that it's so different, for these couple of years with COVID and guys that have eligibility. And last year, Tatum, he was a part of senior day and had the opportunity to be able to come back, and I'm grateful for that. And so it's that we'll have some guys that will participate in senior day that some of them that I do expect to be back. And so it's just we'll see how it all plays out. And but if you get a chance to celebrate somebody's career journey, what they've done, they're graduating, have opportunities. It's all part of it.
You've talked about Jarrian and how positive he's been in the program this year. Speaking to him a little bit, he talked about how when he first got here, what a culture shock it was for him and how difficult it was early on. Like how you've talked about how far he's come, but I guess back then, like how did you guys break through with that?
I think it's just consistency. Hoping, for a young player and even sometimes for an old player, just the understanding of what they can do, what they can accomplish, how much is out there for them. And, every player that ever probably played the game or, especially at this level, they all think that the NFL and that's the next step and this is what's going to happen. But the steps necessary to do that, when everybody desires something, it's going to come down to the finest of details. It's going to come down to the willingness to work, Jarrian's always been he's been a worker, that there were sometimes that, he would allow certain things to distract him when it came to the finer details of it at the beginning of the journey. And, as he's seen and he's had good moments and as he's seen and had some bad moments, the way that he responded to that, the way that he, continued to pour into the chance that he had and obviously this career that he's created. I'm proud of that progression as much as anything else because now he's the one that's saying, he's telling the younger guys, yes, this is hard. It's challenging. You might not understand it right now. Just watch the consistency of it, and that's the responsibility we have as coaches too. That we're going to say this is the standard, and this is how we need to operate, and this is what we need to do. We got to make sure that we are pushing guys to that, and we're celebrating guys when they hit it. Because you could sit there and you think about accountability. Well, like people think of that as like, well, I'm going to hold you accountable. It's going to be, I'm going to get on you every time you screw something up. Accountability is celebrating it to the elite level when it's done right, and to be able, and that doesn't always mean, go back to that, hard work doesn't guarantee success, right? You can work your butt off and get beat, but you could celebrate the work, and then you can learn the lesson from the experience. And so like that's where when these guys come in and Jarrian, he's I love him. God, it's so much to watch his journey, and he's pure and he wants it. And you see the ups and downs that he's gone through, and just like that to see him taking those steps and now being a true leader of it. Like it's why I coach.
Come to Brendan over here on your left.
When you have young guys like true freshmen make impact plays on special teams, whether it's like directly, indirectly, and then you see them build confidence, like how rewarding is that? And I guess how close do you pay attention to like body language like the week after like a good performance on special teams?
No, every play matters, and that's where I tell, there's probably not a whole lot of players that come in and at the very beginning think about, I can't wait to be this special teams player. I can't wait to be the left guard on our kick return unit. That's probably not the initial thought. But with every rep that they get, every time they step on the field, one of two things are being told of them. One, that we believe in them. Because I'm not going to put, you guys know how much I care about special teams. I want it to look a certain way. We got to execute a certain way. It's going to impact the game. But we're not going to put somebody on the field unless we believe in them, unless we believe in what they're going to do and how they're going to execute. And so when you get an opportunity to get out there and to have a chance to make a play, that's your opportunity. And what you do with it and how you execute and the way that you can control your mind and all facets of that, like you build confidence through that. And does that carry over to offensive defense? Absolutely. And we've got Blake Nicholson's been remarkable this year. Justin Cryer, is somebody that's done a really good job. Donnie Hybert, I'm just telling you, that guy's going to be a lot of fun to watch for these next few years. And he came into this program as a walk-on, and probably not a whole lot of people were talking about celebrating him. Go watch his special teams play. That guy's an absolute stud, and he's made a great impact. Conrad, so it was Conrad's doing stuff on your defense as well, but you sit there and you go through it, and whatever the journey is, that sometimes is a start for players, and they carry that positive performance. I know I talked about Dre the other day, and they take that positive performance and now continue to pour into every other area of what you do. And I think it is a real positive effect.
No good. Thanks, Coach.
All right, very good.